Hello everybody, my name is Keith Haley. I'm living in Bellevue, Michigan. I thought at least I have a very important issue to share with you and the rest of the world. The situation is that recently I received a notification from my mortgage company, which is Wells Fargo, and they also received a message from FEMA requiring me to have what we call flood insurance. The situation is that, of course, you've heard of many stories dealing with floods. I've been living here in my home for 47 years. Never had any problems with any flooding whatsoever. Now I am required, since FEMA redrew the maps dealing with flood zones. I've been living here 47 years since we call 1963. And now I have to pay an exorbitant amount for flood insurance, which is $800. It may not sound like a whole bunch of money to you, but it is for me. I'm on Social Security, and along with my wife. I'm on what we call hurt myself, and I can't work anymore. Yes, I know I'm a bit on the heavy side, but it's due to what we call lack of exercise, but I am trying to get rid of that situation very shortly. Now, I know it's an additional $60 to $70 extra per month for my mortgage, what I pay out for mortgage. I'm not asking for any financial aid or anything like that, but I thought at least let you folks know it's going to be coming to you folks very shortly who live close to a river, lake, or any body of what we call water. Now, I have some background in weather. I'm what we call an author of a weather software package during the 1980s and early 1990s called Weatherpro. I gave myself the nickname of Weatherpro. That was my software program for anybody who has that particular weather package out there or still use it. And I'm a severe weather spotter for the National Weather Service. And I keep track of the weather, report of what's going on dealing with hailstorms, severe lightning, winds, etc., and also heavy rain. And since I live right across the street from a river, I know pretty much where the maximum flooding has occurred. FEMA based their maps on what we call a chance of 100 years flood, which I find a bit ridiculous, because if that's the case may be, their maps would be means that my house would be at least 10 to 15 feet above the peak of the flood zone, or whatever you want to call it. Now, the critical issue is that people don't realize what's going on. It's just another, in my opinion, grab of power. Now, I see this as a tax. I mean, we already pay taxes as it is to FEMA for those who are in the United States for catastrophes. But yet this is what we call an additional tax that once it's there, you never can get rid of, and you keep on paying and paying and paying. And now what's going to stop what I'm paying right now, which is $800 a year, from going up even higher? And basically what it means for people who are what we call less fortunate, that means they're going to be wind up losing their homes, possible. And also means that there will be more vacant homes, or people wind up just tossing the keys and say, I give up, and leave. That means that the banks are going to be hurting because they have all the extra houses. And it's going to cost them even more, especially when they seal up homes and it was just not properly sealed. They'll have what we call black mold growth. And nobody wants to live in a situation like that and live in a situation where people get really sick because of the black mold. And that means that houses will have to be torn down and start all over again. That means that the banks will have what we call vacant lots. And they don't like to have extra paper or bad houses or anything like that. They like to have people live in the houses. Now, this also means for businesses, since we already have what we call a rather fragile economy, in my opinion, I'm stating it as my own opinion, that it's going to hurt even more. Prices are still rising, especially gasoline. Right now in Michigan, it's running anywhere from $3.09 to $3.19, $3.20, depending on what grade you want, and if you're having a diesel powered car. And then they say maybe by the summertime, which will be 2011, it's going to go up to $4, and maybe 2012, maybe up to $5. Now, that means that people are what we call really hurting. They're having a very difficult time as it is. Yes, you heard many people here in Michigan are having a very difficult time. It's going to get even worse, especially for those who are on a fixed income. The last couple of years, they say there is no inflation for the people on Social Security, so they won't get what we call a cost of living. Well, I didn't expect to pay an extra $800, and this does affect my income. I have my senators looking into this. I'm letting everybody else know. I don't feel this is what we call really fair or really right for anybody, especially when we're already paying taxes as it is. Yes, I realize that I did my duty and I did my work. I paid my taxes and everything else, but I'm not asking for any help. But I'm asking for you, the public, to call your senators, your representatives, go to your township meetings, go to your village meetings, and get actively involved. And please, write the president. Maybe something can be done once and for all. I mean, it can't go on forever. I just think this is not fair or this is proper. I'm not making this video or asking for much of anything, but I'm asking for some cooperation from FEMA and the rest of you people to, quote, stop this once and for all this power grabs. I realize that people are hurting for money, the government's hurting for money, but this is not what we call the right time or place to add additional hardship for anybody. So I want to say thank you very much. My name is Keith Haley. You can find me on Facebook under Keith Haley. And I want to wish you a very good day, and you have a wonderful time. Take care. Hope to hear from you very soon. Bye now.